Okay, so imagine this, you decide to walk across an entire country. Not hike some pristine mountain trail, walk through cities, forests, highways, and ghost towns. Now imagine doing that for 8 years. 15,000 kilometers. That's the story of Simon and Julie, the BC couple who just finished walking the Trans-Canada Trail. And honestly, the deeper I dive into this, the more I realize this isn't just a travel story, it's a mirror held up to everything we value in modern life. Let me explain why. First off, why would anyone take 8 years to walk 15,000 kilometers? The article says they started in 2018 for Canada's 150th anniversary. Cute, right? Patriotic vibe. But here's what immediately stands out, this wasn't some adrenaline-fueled bucket list. They didn't rush. They didn't live stream every step for clout. They just kept going. Personally, I think that's radical. We live in a world where people brag about finishing things fast, books, degrees, even grief. But this is patience as a political statement. Like, yeah, I've got better things to do than hurry. Now, the trail itself. The couple mentions it's a patchwork of 400 different local trails. Some provinces nailed it, Newfoundland's Trailway. Unbelievable. Others? They're basically like, sure, walk on the shoulder of Highway 17 for 40 kilometers to find a campsite. What this suggests is fascinating, Canada's unity is kinda theoretical. Like, the trail's inconsistency mirrors the country's own identity struggles. Quebec and PEI have gourmet cycling paths while Saskatchewan's like, here's a gravel road and a prayer. In my opinion, that's not a flaw, it's a feature. If every province had pristine infrastructure, you'd lose the raw, chaotic soul of what crossing a country really means. But wait, 8 years as a couple. Walking together, planning routes, sharing a tent. Simon calls them a good team because she's a detail nerd and he maps routes. Deep cut, this is the healthiest relationship advice I've heard all year. So many partnerships crumble under daily grind stress, but forced to rely on each other for survival. That's intimacy most people never experience. Though honestly, I'm picturing them at year 5. Julie, why did we bring 6 pairs of wool socks? Simon, why are we lost again? But their secret. They walked in silence. Julie says Simon now zones out with a beautiful empty box in his head. That's gold. Most of us can't even handle 10 silent minutes without panicking. They turn silence into sanctuary. Here's the kicker, Simon says walking slow motion made him know Canada more. And this raises a deeper question, how much of our world do we miss by rushing? Think about it, driving cross-country, you see billboards and gas stations. Walking. You notice the smell of pine after rain, the kindness of strangers giving ice water at noon, the way elk herds freeze when they spot your tent. This couple didn't just complete a trail, they absorbed a continent. What many people don't realize is that walking that distance rewires your brain. You stop measuring progress in kilometers and start seeing life in moments. The day a farmer gave them chili after 30 kilometers matters more than the Rockies they summit. So what's next for them? Crying at the finish line surrounded by friends. Fair. But here's my closing thought. In a decade where we're all chasing productivity hacks and life hacks, Simon and Julie hacked something deeper. They hacked presence. They proved you don't need to find yourself in a retreat center, you just need to put one foot in front of the other until the world stops blurring. And honestly, that terrifies me a little. Because if I'm honest, I'd rather binge a show than walk 15,000 kilometers. But also, I'm weirdly jealous. Not of the achievement, of the clarity. The kind you only get when you walk long enough that even silence starts talking back. So here's my question to you, what if the secret to life isn't speed but pacing? Drop your thoughts below.